This summer, one of Colorado's treasured destinations will remain closed. It'll be the second year in a row that the Echo Lake Lodge is shut down. The lodge is a part of a string of parks that the city of Denver owns outside city limits. That includes the likes of Red Rocks, Winter Park Resort, and Buffalo Bill's Grave. Many people are wondering what's going on. Alan Janae reported on that closing and went looking for answers.
In the fading light and melting snow at 10,600 feet, padlocks hang in the cold, keeping people away from Echo Lake Lodge. Inside, its massive fireplace sits unlit.
You must love walking into a place like this.
I do.
Yeah.
The feel of the natural materials and being in this type of environment, I think, is pretty special.
It's colder inside than outside, so the director of Denver Mountain Park, Shannon Dennison, and I wear winter coats. A historic preservationist, she sees the closing of the lodge as part of a review.
So the goal is to try to bring back the experience of the Denver Mountain Parks as a whole. Over time, the value of them as a whole has been lost.
That didn't make a lot of friends in 2022 when the longtime concessionaire that ran a busy restaurant and gift shop was not renewed and the lodge closed up.
There's an emotion attached to this building and people's connection to it. And they were upset when you closed it and moved the concessionaire out. Do you understand that?
Yeah, no, I know. This is one of the things that's important to me. You know, parks, and this is why I'm drawn to historic preservation, because we do develop really strong attachments to these places. But if we're not taking good care of the building, then we're not doing anybody any favors.
The building was built for far less use than it was getting. The septic system, improved 10 years ago, was designed to handle about a third of the wastewater it was getting. Bathrooms were overwhelmed.
The dishwasher was going from morning to evening. People were coming in and out all day long, flushing toilet after toilet after toilet. There was a full-time staff that lived here and took showers and did their laundry.
The city let it go?
I think it's been a combination of all of the above. You know, the mountain parks in and of itself is outside of the city and county of Denver. We don't have individual city council representation. There are a lot of city priorities.
The treasured building does have issues.
Oh, that's a nasty shower.
Yeah.
The dining room sits silent and unused, but don't expect it to fill with people eating.
You don't necessarily see food service in here.
It's probably not, this building probably doesn't have the capacity to have a full service restaurant ever again.
The city has an historic architect looking at repair and improvements.
If we want to maintain the character, the wilderness setting of this place, we have to figure out where those compromises fit in.
They plan a questionnaire to ask people what they want.
I would envision that they're more interactive and educational exhibits. So panels, maps, wildlife information, potentially videos, a ranger desk where we can have, one-on-one interaction about education for wildlife and safety, where we can have a smaller scale gift shop so people can still have that experience here, but maybe it doesn't take up the entire footprint of the public space.
Outside, more connection with the lake.
More cross-country skiing trails, more snowshoeing, ice skating, other types of activities that are consistent with a rustic mountain experience, both in the summertime and wintertime.
But no physical work has yet started, and the building sits.
It was closed last summer. It's going to be closed again this summer.
Yep.
People are getting impatient. Where are we in getting this done?
Are they?
Oh, yeah, I've heard impatience from people. It's closed. It needs to open again. Yeah,
well, these things take time, and doing historic preservation right is not a fast process. Certainly, we could reopen the building and invite the same problems that we've had before. This is a special place to me, too, and the goal here is not to exclude anybody. It's to make sure that we're taking care of it so it's still here in the next 100 years.
Expanding the building's sewage capabilities would likely mean the construction, Dennison says, of an on-site sewage treatment plant, which really wouldn't fit the historic nature. When do they hope to open it again? Well, they had hoped that this 98-year-old building could be reopened on its 100th anniversary in 2026. But with all that needs to happen, that still seems rather unlikely. In Idaho Springs, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.